What's going on, guys? This week we are learning a really impossible trick that you could do with any normal deck of cards, and it always gets insane reactions. So get ready to blow some minds. Here we go. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I want to take a second to thank you guys for last week's live stream. I had an amazing time doing it. A lot of you guys wrote in saying how much fun you had, so we're probably going to do another one soon. But today we're doing another tutorial, and this one is a real gem. It's done with a normal deck of cards, so you could even borrow the cards. You could set it up right in front of them, so there's no secret setup, so you could jump right into it at any time. And it uses a bunch of moves that I don't think are very common, but they're really good, and especially in this trick, they work really well together. So without any further ado, I want you guys to see the performance. Here it is.
So this one has a bit of a story to it, and it's a story of a very famous thief, and you're gonna play the role of the thief. How exciting is that? Now, this thief stole a diamond. It was one of his most famous heists, and this diamond was so precious that it was being guarded by 4 guards, and the kings are gonna play the role of those guards. So you could see the king of clubs, you could see the king of spades, the king of diamonds, and the king of hearts. I'm gonna put the kings down right there. Now, as I said, the thing you're stealing as the thief is a diamond. See, it even says it there, a diamond. Ha! Stupid joke. I'm gonna put the diamond down over here, and you can't get to that because the guards are obviously doing a great job. Now, this thief was very well known for a signature move. Anytime he stole anything, when the cops got there, there was nothing left except for one card with a signature on it. It was like his thing. So I want you to grab any card. It's okay if I see it. This is gonna be your signature card. Wonderful. And I want you to take that and sign your name on the face of that card. Make it very unique. Wonderful. That is the mark of the thief. One of a kind. This is how you know if he's been somewhere. I'll take the marker back. Watch, I'm going to put this down over here. I want you to put your hand down on it and guard it. That is your card. It's extremely important, right? 8 of clubs with your signature. I'll put it right there. Put your hand down on it. Make sure that I can't get to it. So we have the diamond over here. We have your card over there. And over here we have the 4 guards. Now let me tell you what happened. Here's how the story goes. The 4 guards were watching the diamond. There were 2 at the front of the safe and 2 at the back of the safe. But these 2 started to feel a little weird, and then boom, they dropped dead. They were poisoned. The other 2 ran to check on the diamond. And when they got there, they looked up and down, they looked all around, and there was nothing in the room except for the signature card of the thief. Which is crazy because you signed this after. The card was there the whole time, and you had it under your hand, which means if you stole the diamond, under your hand should be the diamond.
There it was. I hope you enjoyed that performance. So as you could see, this is a trick where you're telling a compelling story, and in the context of that story, a card that was sitting on the table the entire time turns into a card that they chose later on, which is a really impossible moment for your spectator. I created this effect more than 10 years ago after seeing a trick called That Signed Card by a magician named Brother John Hammond, in which he used 2 cards to scoop up a card and in the process switch that card. But there was no real reason as to why you were using 2 cards. So I changed the entire context to give that a reason, and then I changed the entire beginning of the routine and added a bunch of really deceptive moves that work so well together. These moves aren't difficult. With a little bit of practice, you're gonna be just fine, and we're gonna learn this step by step. So grab a deck of cards, let's jump right into the tutorial. But before we do that, please remember to hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on for more amazing tutorials, mentalism, and hypnosis. From an ordinary pack of cards, you're gonna take out the Ace of Diamonds and the 4 Kings. The order of the kings doesn't matter as long as the 2 top ones are the same color and the 2 bottom ones are the same color. You're gonna put the Ace of Diamonds at the bottom of the deck, like this, and the kings either on the table or face up on top of the deck, like this. And you could do all that right in front of them. Now you tell them about the robber, and you show them the 4 security guards. While you're showing them this, my left hand is either gonna come closer to me or drop by my side, and very quickly, my left thumb is gonna push that top card over, my pinky's gonna go under it, and as I pull it back, keep a little pinky break. So from the front, they can't see anything, but from the back, I've got my pinky under 1 card. Now, the 4 kings are gonna come over to the left hand, and I'm gonna reposition my grip like this. So now I'm holding them from the top and bottom in the right hand. Now it's gonna look like you're just counting the 4 kings one at a time, like this. But secretly in doing that, I stole one of the kings and it's face up over here. Let me show you how to do that. So we had the 4 kings in the hand like this, and we had the pinky break. As the cards come over here to start counting, my right thumb is just gonna grab that top card face down like that. Notice that opening. There's no extra move or anything. I just come over and I already have it. It's so easy for your thumb to just grab that. My left thumb counts the first king like this, puts it under what they think is the kings. They don't know about that extra card. And now as it looks like you just push it under the packet of kings, what actually happens is you square up like this and your thumb lets go of that face down card. And to them it looked like you just put the king under here, but it's actually there face up. That's 1. Now 2, this one you actually do push super slowly and fair. 3 and 4. This one you don't move, it stays there. Now they're gonna think that over here you've got 4 kings. You actually only have 3. You turn them over and set them down. You also have secretly a face-up king over here, which you're gonna use for a very deceptive switch. You turn the deck over like this, and as you talk about the diamond, my right hand is gonna come over here and it's gonna drop. Notice my index puts pressure down. It's gonna drop 1, 2 cards like that. The second one being that face down king. And then my thumb is gonna hold that opening like this. And that's done really quickly while you say the thing he was gonna steal was a diamond. See, it even says it right there. Now, my right index picks up about half the cards, pushes it over to the left like this. My left hand comes here and I go, see, it says it right there, a diamond. Now it's gonna look like you're turning the ace of diamonds over. But what's gonna happen is this. My right hand is gonna come upwards like this to turn it over. And notice how the deck lands here, and I'm just gonna let go of those 2 cards on top of the ace. So now that's the king, but it just looks like I turned over the ace. And now I set it down over here. Now these cards come on top, placing the face down ace second from the top of the face up deck. So now they think there's 4 kings and an ace. In fact, that's 3 kings and an extra king. Now you're gonna double undercut 2 cards from the top to the bottom. Basically what that means is my thumb's gonna come over here, lift 1, 2 cards, the second one being the face down ace, reposition to where my thumb is holding that spot under the 2 cards. Now I'm gonna take half the cards from that deck, bring it to the top, then grab all the cards in that opening and bring it to the top. What that does now is I have the whole face up deck, and at the bottom I have the face down ace. Now you say they're gonna choose the card of the robber. So as you go through, they could grab any card. Let's say they take the 3 of hearts. I hand it to them like this. My right hand takes the deck from the top like this as I go get the marker. Now you don't have to do this with a signed card, but it helps for the misdirection here to reposition the deck. Anyways, you hand them that card, and my left hand is gonna come over now and hold the deck, not like this, but like this. Now you don't wanna do that because they're gonna see the face up ace of diamonds, so you wanna keep it here as they're signing that card. While they're signing that card, again, my thumb is gonna get that pinky break from earlier. Now this is done hidden from them. Just push, pull, get that pinky break. Now I take the 3 of hearts back, and as I blow on it to dry it, my left hand comes up like this and adds that to the ace of diamonds. Now I'm gonna turn that 3 over and set it down, but that's actually a double turnover. That's 2 cards, turning over and going down over there. They think that's their card. Their card is actually over here on top. For the final phase of this thing, you're gonna palm a card. Now don't get nervous. I know a lot of people get nervous when they hear palm, but this is gonna be the easiest palm in the world, because normally when we palm a card, we go to the pocket or to our wallet, or we have to hold it in our hand for a while. In this case, a second after you palm it, you're already gonna have it on the table. So here's what that means. You put the card there and you tell them, put your hand on top. So you're telling them, put your hand on top, and while you're telling them that,
your hand is coming here to mimic what you want them to do. My pinky is on the corner of this card, and it's gonna push down on that card, which is gonna pop up. That's obviously their card. That's gonna happen like that. Now, I find it really helpful if my left hand is under the deck like this, pushing up, because it helps that card pop right up into my hand, like this. Let me try to get that to where you can see it, like this. So as you say, put your hand on top of the card, I've already done it. And again, it's really hard to see that on the camera because you're moving too. You go, put your hand on top of that card, and now their card is in my palm. Now I'm gonna go with this hand and pick up what they think is the 4 kings. But I've got that extra card, and what's happening is I go over like this, I pick up the 4 kings, and I've just added that card on top. So now they think these are the 4 kings, but it's 3 kings and their card is already there. This is so deceptive. Now we have another convincing display. I'm gonna grab with my right hand the bottom card here, pull it out, show 2 kings, and I'm doing this to show you, but normally when I do it for them, my index is here so they could see a king and they could see a bit of black, but it's too fast for them to know that it's the clubs, because you're gonna show the clubs twice in this case. So I go here, I say these 2 guards were in the front. Now notice when I turn over, that's not the card I'm dropping. It's this one, the top one. There, their card is now there, but they think those are 2 kings. And these 2 guards were guarding the back. All of a sudden, these 2 didn't feel so good, and boom, they dropped dead. They were poisoned. Now remember, they just saw 4 kings. And here's where the really deceptive switch happens. You take these 2, you say the other 2 guards went to check on the diamond. They think these are 2 kings, 100%. You're gonna come over here, you're gonna scoop this up, and it's gonna look like you're scooping it up and turning the kings over. But you scoop it up like this, the right card goes under, the left card over. Now I turn over this card, and as I'm turning it over, my left hand just does this. Now I turn over the bottom one, which, look how great that looks. That looks like I just used the 2 kings to scoop up the card that was there, but I actually just switched in their card. And now guys, this is a killer moment for them. You turn that over, and it's their card, which is ridiculously impossible because that was supposed to be the diamond. It was there the whole time. And you could show them all that, and you say, if you're the robber and you left your card in the vault, that can only mean one thing: lift your hand, you have the diamond. All right, there it was, guys. Like I said, put the practice into this and you're gonna have a real miracle on your hands. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this trick, and I will see you on the next one.